Hey everyone! Today, we're going to peek behind the curtain a little bit and look at the hidden structure of the internet. We're going to explore how every single website you visit is actually organized a lot like a library. With these quiet hallways and neatly arranged digital shelves.
I mean, the internet can feel like this huge, messy cloud of information, right? But what if I told you that underneath all that chaos, there's a surprisingly simple and elegant system that holds it all together?
And that's really the big idea for today. Just picture every website not as some abstract cloud, but as a physical library. It has directories that act like hallways and different rooms, and all of its files, the pages you read, the images you see, are just sitting there, neatly arranged on digital shelves.
So, why does this library idea even matter? Well, it's because understanding how those shelves are organized is absolutely key to making sure you can actually find the books you're looking for.
Let's say you're building a project on your own computer. A lot of us start this way. You've got all your files in a folder, and you create links between them using their exact location, something like C Drive, My Documents, Project, Index.html. And on your machine, it works perfectly.
So you finish up your project, and now you want to put it online for everyone to see. You take all those files, and you upload them to a web server.
And here's where the problem pops up. That web server, it's like a completely different building. It doesn't have your C drive. So all those perfect links you made that pointed to an exact location on your computer are now pointing to a place that just doesn't exist on the server. And just like that, everything breaks. The solution is something called a relative path. See, instead of giving a file's full, absolute street address, we just give it directions from wherever we are right now. It's kind of like saying, go to the room next door, instead of saying, go to 123 Main Street. This simple idea makes our whole digital library portable. We can move the entire thing to a new computer, and all the directions inside still make perfect sense.
Now, these directions have their own really simple grammar, and once you learn it, you'll be able to see the structure of pretty much any website. Let's just break down the three key symbols. First up is the good old /. Anytime you see this in a URL, it just means you're taking a step. You're moving from a larger folder into a smaller one that's inside it. It's like walking from the main hallway into a specific room.
Then you've got the single dot. This is just our starting point. It's a simple way of saying, okay, start the directions from exactly where we are right now. It's basically the "you are here" sticker on our library map. And the double dot? That's our way out. It tells the browser to leave the folder it's in right now and go back up to the bigger folder that contains it. You're just leaving the room and stepping back out into the hallway.
So, a path like this one might look a little intimidating at first, but it's really just a series of simple steps. From wherever we're starting, we go up one level. Then we go up another level. From there, we go inside the About Me folder, and finally, we grab the work.html file. See, it just looks complex, but it's really a simple recipe. And this is how we can navigate the entire library from any point, making sure those links never ever break.
Okay, so just like a real library, some parts of a website are wide open to the public, and other parts are, well, strictly for staff only.
So on the one hand, you have the public areas, the reading rooms. These are the HTML pages, images, and other files that your browser is meant to see and show you. But on the other hand, you have the private, staff-only areas. For instance, there's a special directory you'll often see in a lot of websites called web-inf. It holds sensitive stuff like configuration files and the actual code that makes the site work. It's intentionally hidden from your browser for security reasons, to keep the machinery of the website safe and out of sight.
So what happens when a URL doesn't point to a specific file, but to a whole folder? What happens when it points to one of the rooms in our library?
Well, normally, web servers are set up to look for a default file, which is usually named index.html. You can think of it like the main poster or the directory map you'd see right inside the entrance of a room, telling you what's important there. If the server finds that file, it just shows it to you automatically.
But what if there is no index.html file on the shelf? And what if the person who set up the server accidentally configured the folder so that anyone can browse it? What if they left the door unlocked?
Well, you get this. This is called a directory listing. Instead of a nicely designed web page, the server just hands you a plain list of every single file and folder that exists in that directory. It's like peeking at the library's raw card catalog for that section, totally unfiltered and direct. Now, this isn't an error. It's just the server showing you exactly what's on the shelf. And while it's often harmless, sometimes it can expose files that were never meant to be seen by the public.
Understanding this simple structure really gives you a new lens for seeing the web.
And it's not about hacking or finding secrets or anything like that. It's really just about appreciating the quiet order that exists underneath it all.
And here's the best part. You don't actually need to do anything with this new knowledge. The goal isn't to become a programmer, it's just to become a more curious observer of the digital world around you. So as you're browsing the web this week, just glance up at the address bar every now and then. Look for the forward slashes. You'll start to see the hallways and the rooms. You'll start to recognize the file names on the shelves. You'll start to see the map.
You know, what once might have looked like just a random jumble of characters in your browser now starts to reveal this logical, organized system. You now have the lens to see the quiet digital library that's all around you. Thanks for joining me today.